Hey, this is the Fastbox 47. I did a review on this about a year ago, and I just want to give you guys an update. It has been great, really has. I've only had one kind of issue with it. There is on the inside of here, and I actually called the company. They were pretty fast about getting back to me as well. So these three screws that you see here, I had just had to take that off, and then there's actually a screw in there. If you just loosen it a little bit, it makes this right here, this transition, like super smooth. I did have it to where, for some reason, it was tightening too much to where it was hard to close. But that's really the only issue I've ever had with it in a year, and that was just like a few months ago. It was tightening up, and I'd noticed that because I personally had messed with it just to see how the locking mechanism works. So that was my fault. It's not their fault. And with the code and everything, I've changed the code maybe a couple times just to see how it would take other codes and just see how it was working. But it's been great so far. This is super smooth. I do like this mechanism they have here. It's super cheap. I literally just had to change out the battery, and so I can't remember exact day that I bought this. I think it's probably April, maybe April of last year. So maybe I'm probably a couple months. I'm probably a couple months past a year having this thing, and it's been great. The only thing, I don't have my AR in there, but I do have my the Mossberg MVP Scout with the Nikon Pro Staff in there, and then you see up there I have just a few hex mags, and then I think I do have a Glock mag, like an extra Glock mag up here, and with my defense rounds in there. So, and this thing has been great. The only thing I did add, though, I did add it was a pistol peg. This thing right here. So, and that just holds my, and when you notice that, it just holds my Glock 19 just like that. And then you can just stick it in there, and it works. It works really well. Like, I've never had an issue with it not kind of fastening or anything like that. It's worked out really well. And I think I do have another one. I did buy their Fastbox 40, and it's just 40 and 47. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's just 7 inches shorter than the other one. And what's great is I can actually fit when I go hunting. If I need to lock my rifle in my car for any reason, this one does fit because it has the 16-inch barrel, and it's under that. It's under that 40 inches. I want to say this is like 30, I don't know, 38, 39, somewhere around there. But it does fit in there. And I got some other goodies in there too. I'll post a video about that too. I said about this thing, though, there's only one screw that I just had to only one screw, really. Like, you just tighten or loosen it, and it loosens the locking mechanism to make it easier for you to have this like a smoother transition, and it works pretty well. So I'm pretty stoked about that. Just to give you guys, I will take my Glock out real quick, and just to give you guys a really good view of what's in here. So, and these fasteners, these bungee cords in there, those are super sweet. I love those things. They really fasten the rifle in there. I don't have them in my Fastbox 40. It's mounted a different way. I'll show you guys when I post the video on that. But it's super simple, guys. And this, just to give you guys kind of a perspective, this metal on the outside, if you guys are familiar with like stack-on safes, that kind of thing, this is probably, I don't know if you can see let's see if there's like this is not a stack-on safe. This is, I'd say, at least 1 or 2 times as strong as a stack-on safe, and it's a solid steel. I can't remember whether or not they use a want to say it's a 14 gauge steel that they'll use on this thing. Um, and which is fine. Like 14, I don't think it's 18. I think it's a 14 gauge steel because it's pretty like stack on safes. I think those are like 18 gauge, and they're like pot metal. Like those are pieces of shit. But they hold like four. I think they hold like four rifles in them. So they're just for whatever utility you need them for. Not that they're a bad option if you just need to lock up. I have friends with them. I just thought this was definitely for my. They also have more guns than I do, so I know Secure It actually offers a Agile 52, which is like a 6 gun case, and I'm trying to justify buying a shotgun. Which for me, like, I'm a minimalist when it comes to guns. Like, I don't want 50 of them. I just want the ones that I'm going to train with most. And usually it's going to be an AR or my hunting rifle or a pistol or my concealed carry, my Glock 43. So, and it's my preference. But, I got here my ammo and stuff like that, which is, it's just good that I do like how solid this product is. I really do. And I was expecting a little bit like that pop can metal, that stack on stuff, but it works pretty well. Still with this, it has the 4 keypad. I literally just pulled out that battery. So when you start having issues with it, and it's been around a year, I think it's to where if you will push it. Whenever you push in the combo, it will show up red. Like it'll just have a red blinking light, and it'll pretty much just be like, "Hey, it's dead. My battery's dead. Replace me." It's just a 9-volt battery. You just pull off that little bracket that was there. So just pull off that little thing right there, and that's where the battery is. It's just these 2 little screws, so it's super simple to do. And it's worked out pretty well. There's nothing bad I can really say about it. It's not heavy. It's just worked out really well. And like I said, if I do get another gun, if I end up, I'm trying to justify getting a shotgun, but it's just I don't really care to get one. I don't know. Maybe when the drones start coming, I will. When drones start getting more, apparent. I don't know. I know the government's gonna start using those. So when those start being more fearful of like flying over my house, yeah, I'll buy a shotgun then. But guys, if you guys have any questions, anything like that, I do have this one and the 40. So ask me questions about both. You can ask me questions now, and I'll post a video later on it. I can't really think of anything that you guys should know other than it's just, like how you can stack things in here is really just up to your imagination and what you need it for. They said I could probably, I don't know if I could put any more mags in there. Usually 4 in there is fine for me, just for my AR. And then this one also has mags, but I'm not gonna take that out obviously in like a home defense situation. But I don't know. You guys have any other questions for me? Please just let me know. Comment below, subscribe. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.